Let's go for video number 2. So, wood stove. Generally we keep the wood in there, and I definitely will leave it filled up, and there are some instructions that are right there inside the little wood storage. So, relatively simple. If you see this knob here, you push it all the way in that way. That closes it down. It does let a little bit of air, and then you pull it out like that, and it lets it get the most air and get the fire really rolling. You always really want to try and have the fire going, except at night you don't want to have it smoldering, because then it will tend to accumulate creosote in the chimney. Usually when I start it, I kind of crack the this guy, and then just leave it open about an inch. Over here we have the wood, and then hidden behind here is the little starter guy. That's not wood, I'm sorry, that's the paper. And then there's a mix of pine and oak. And in general, the pine is going to be kind of lighter, and the oak is going to be heavier, and the pine is going to have a much finer grain. The oak is going to have a much finer, tighter grain. And this is a piece of, let's see. That's a piece of oak, and that's a piece of pine. So that's the wood, and then where the wood is stored there's a couple places. So, and it's going to some of this stuff is going to be relatively obvious. So in front of the house, there's this blue thing that I have constructed, and you can kind of see that there's a mix of wood in here. Might be a little bit more pine than oak, but pretty similar. And then if we walk around, in this little pail out here, there is kindling to get the wood started. And then if we go around to the back, you get back there. There's another wood storage, and generally you can do it however you want, but if it's storming, I take the wood out of the back thing, and if it's not storming, I take the wood out of the front just because it's covered. So here is the wood in the back, and then if you look in that black bag, there's kindling. In general, the kindling back here is smaller, so if you're having trouble starting a fire, you can try use the smaller kindling. Okay. Then we'll walk back out to the hot tub, and you could see it in the snowblower video. Pretty simple. You got these controls here, temperatures on the right, and then the jets, and then the light is over here. You see that little floater guy, and that floater guy should have two or three tablets of the bromine tablets. Generally, what I do is I'll just dump the whole cover and leave it back there when I'm using it, and then keep it up closed. And then when you do close it, make sure that it's closed and lined up at all four corners. And you can kind of see it's nicely lined up there. So now I'll walk back inside. Actually, no, I'm going to go into the garage. I did clean it up a little bit, so it's a little bit neater than when I showed you the snowblower stuff, and I'll just re-show you where that stuff is again. So walking in here, there's the manual, there's the shear pins, there's the tool, and there's the big gas can. When you close the garage door, the lock doesn't really work so well, so what we've done is we've kind of used this clamp that you can kind of get on and off, and you'll just have to slide this guy up and down each turn to get it off and on. So that's how it locks. Let's see what else. I think that's it in here. Okay, so getting back to the hot tub. Let's see. So hot tub. So the chemicals are going to be in this closet here, which is in the walkway, and they'll be up in the corner in here. You can't really see that well, but this is what will be up there. So here's the bromine tabs, and it says, 2 to 3 tabs in the front of it in the floater. And then this is, you don't really need spa up. And then here is the foam inhibitor. If you're getting foam, put 2 capfuls in there. And then after each use, put a tablespoon of this stuff in. If you're using it more than once a day, you could just do it once a day, and that's more than enough. So that's the hot tub. Okay, what else? The heat. One thing I didn't mention about the wood stove is that around the back side of the wood stove, there is on this back side, way in the back corner, down here, there's a little knob that adjusts the fan that gets how much air is blowing out. And the fan won't turn on until the fire's been going for at least an hour, just FYI. And you got ducts up in each of the rooms. I will leave all the ducts open. If you want to customize your airflow, you can open and close those guys. Generally, some of the rooms are a little cooler. This back room tends to be a little cooler. So depending on how you want it, you may have to just adjust those, how much they're open in different parts of the house. Thermostat is right here, right there. Well, you'll figure out where that stuff is. Kitchen, okay. So, I guess I can open all the drawers. You can kind of see dishes, where the dishes are. And then there's the coffee machine and the grinder. And then here we have cups and the filters for the coffee. More plates and cups. Let's see here. There's a dish drainer with some stuff draining in it. Here's the cups and the dishes. And then we have big cooking bowls and that kind of stuff here. Here are the spices, which we said we would leave. Then up here that's a mixer in that little box and a little food processor, toaster oven. Please do not put the knives in the dishwasher. Hand wash them. Plates up there. And then this thermostat here on the side controls the wood stove, the gas stove that's right there. And so you just push it up if you want more heat, and push it down if you want less heat, and turn it off and on. And generally, we just put it on in the morning. It is a convection stove. The one tricky thing is that if you want more light here, there's this guy here, and that adds more light. And this lower switch used to be for the dishwasher disposal, but now it turns off and on the dishwasher, and so you don't need to touch the bottom one there. You just leave it in that on position, and that way you don't have a problem with the dishwasher. What other things do I need to do? I don't know. That's it.